Praise our Lord, for He is the only one I know we have, and the only one I want to think of having. There's no other that I want to think of than one. Why think elsewhere than number one? One is one, and one is one, and one and one and one on all corners is one, regardless of where you go. These X's, they say, this book. This book details, okay, exactly where heaven is. God has given me the opportunity to come on right now and tell you that I know. But it's not good enough that I know, because I need numbers to show other people the exact reason of how I know. I know for a fact, okay, where the Lord will take us when we die. It's a transport. God cannot transport us unless we are dead. Yes, He transported Jesus when He was alive, but when He came back mostly in spirit. He transported Him from that point. Can He bring us at any other time? Well, if God came here with a spaceship to transport us, there's some crazy people out there that'll shoot it down. Actually, if I think of this whole world, I can only think of one, I can only think of one area that'll knock down God. The one that opposes God. You see, God is number one. And to be number one, you have to be the center of everything, which makes you five. Therefore, the only one that can be Area 51 is our God. Our God, the only God, the God of everything, of anything, of everything, the God of nothing, because whatever's nothing is His, and whatever's something is His. So I don't care if you go left, right, up, or down, it's all His. Am I telling you this because I'm Hebrew? No. I'm wearing my tallis because I believe what He believed, and He gave us this to wear. So regardless if you're wearing whatever on your back, if you believe in one God, He is the central God. If you want to call Him another name, go ahead. I'll follow the name you call it. But the name I follow in my mind will always represent only one God. The one God, the only God who split the seas with Moses. The only God who brought Jesus here to try and save our butts. Okay? Same God. So if there's 62 billion Christians out there and 20 million Jews, well, you know what, guys? Sorry. Is our God Jewish? No. What He is He's the plan that turned everything else Jewish. It's a concept. Okay? That's why the Jews are sometimes supposedly look like they're in the front. It's not that we're in the front, it's the concept that's in the front. Okay? The cross goes in between everything, crossing everything up and bringing it all together. It's one. Do I want to say it's the Jewish God? I don't like to say that. It's not fair to take away God from anybody else, from whatever anybody else thinks. All I know is there's one God. Call Him what you want. Okay? I can tell you His first name is Alpha. His second name is Beta. His third name is Creation. His fourth name is Deviation. His fifth name is Electronic World. His next name is the Finite World. His next name is the world of G. Gravity. H, Heaven. I, world of the birth of the 9 months. I-J-K come together. K-J-I, H-I-J-K. Hi, Jack! Our God, Jack. Jack. Put the A in there. You have the M on the other side of the 13th letter. You can just go up and down a letter, up and down a letter. You see, He supports every letter because in His concept, it creates every letter and every shape, every number. Our God, in His shape, supports every shape. So if you're out of shape or in shape, He supports you. Alright? What am I doing on here? I am just so happy, and I wish upon a star that everybody else would just not believe me, but just believe there is a God. Find a reason to be good. There's no reason not to be good. Is death a good reason? You want to fight till the death? Well, death only brings you back to heaven. And then you start over again because you came here with the wrong reason. Love, L-O-V, L-U-V, L-I-F. Life, love, as one. Just remember, he has his camera on us. I don't even know what I'm going to say in this video, but I'm just trying to make it go and go and go and go. But don't go away. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth next. I showed you the design. I misplaced my design. Here it is. Did I show it to you in the last video? This is how I found them. Take a look at it. Take a look at the other side. It's a crop circle. Okay? It's an X. It's an O. It's everything. Cinnamon girl. Cinnamon girl. Sin. The sin of man. Sin omen. Sin omen. The omen of man. Of the X-man. Of the man who destroys everything until he learns after his death how much love he's missed in his life and what love really actually means. It's hard to really understand love because once you have love, you're okay, so you go out and you want to do something else. And it takes you away from the understanding of life. And the money sign, well, the money sign is a description of the travels of our universe. We're on a train right now. We're on the Spanish train. I think that's train 208. 2 of creation, O of Zion, 8 of the heavens, the 2 balls, 8 go on top of each other. You separate them, there's an O. The O is the water, the mist that connects us to the heavens of God. Are we in the right world? There's only one central world of our God. If there's any other world, well, there's another God, because guess what? Our Father has never left us. God has been with us from Moses to Jesus and up to now, 2012. September 21st this year. November 10th and 11th this year. And then we stretch it out to 2015, the 23rd of September. I think it's the first day of Yom Kippur. The key of the poor is the rich of the love. The Russian or the Russians of the Shana to shut out. We have vowels in our life and we have to keep them. A-E-I-O-N-U. Understand them, live them, because without them we have no connection. When you say a letter L, you bring the E with it. When you say the letter D, you bring the E with it. When you say the letter F, you bring a small E in the front of it. When you say a G, you bring an extended E after the G. When you say a P, you bring the E. Just say all the letters Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. H, you bring the A. The angel of heaven. I, J, you bring the A. Again, the jack of heaven. K, you bring the A, the angel of heaven. L, you bring an E. M, N, O, P, Q. You have the Q with the U, the birth mother. Okay. R, S, T, U, U again. B, W, 2 U's. X, Y, Y, Y. You bring the I with the Y. Z. You see, everything seems to just attach to the A. You see that the attachment of the letters, they're special and they're done exactly the way they are. Have you ever really looked at your keyboard? Okay? H, J, K, and I are hijacked together with the U. But you need the U because without you, there is no hijack. Ciao. Remember, God's here. He sees us now. Act right. I know. I've never been more confident in my whole life than knowing what I'm going to do with it next. Whatever it is, it's going to be good. If it's good for me, I'm going to make sure it's good for everybody, that I can partage. Partage means to separate, or at the same time, partage means to give to each, equal as one as another. I'm no rabbi. I'm no preacher. I'm just an old man. An old young man. A young man at heart, but old enough to have the wisdom of the mind. Keep your mind on your head. Keep your hands in your pockets. and be nice to everybody and smile. It might get a little bit boring, but you know what? Maybe we'll get to come back and do it again. Chow mein, guys.